explain to
we're coming up from below the planet. Think of it like a naval fight, right? So you've got one ship parked somewhere, and then 3 ships coming off in the distance firing at him. Think of us like a submarine, alright? We're coming up directly underneath, and I'm going to hook us round so that our big fuck-off cannon is pointing at his engines from the bottom of the ship.
Okay.
So I'm about to go into evasive maneuvers to make it really hard for him to hit us, but that's going to make it more difficult for you to hit him as well.
Who's on the big fuck-off cannon?
Me.
Astrid.
Okay.
Yeah, if need be, I can manually switch that over to me, since you can pilot and shoot in the same engagement. I thought it'd be more fun to let Amanda do it for the moment. Until the ship starts going to fuck and we need an engineer. So here is this. So it turns to 3 diff because of our handling. Our ship isn't the nippiest little fucker, and nor what I want it to be. So that's going to upgrade all difficulty to shoot us to 3. Which, for this, the battleship, because it's got to be at least 2 size categories above us, right? Silhouette-wise, if it's a proper. There are currently 2 guns left. There is the one on the top, one on the bottom. You've got the Engineerium as well, which you could do stuff with. Not Experta, but I know me, Sibby, and Amanda can do stuff with that. And then
could I take the maneuver to stim you?
You stimmed me. You can, yeah. You can take a maneuver to stim me.
Oh look, she gave you another light side. Perfect.
I think that would be beneficial for our pilots, guys.
Yeah, you can stim me for. I'm assuming you're going to raise my agility, right?
Did we heal since last session, or do
No.
just once per session stuff?
Well,
Kains, you can roll for healing core
No,
as
he
well.
doesn't.
Since we
He
did
doesn't
before.
get any healing because he was late.
Let's assume you receive. Oh, fuck,
You get
yes.
to die.
So what's
Technically,
that
that's
mean?
a failure.
Guess I'll just die
So you-
then.
Oh, how much did core heal / not heal?
I think a triumph is 3.
Yeah, but there's
okay,
no
so you got
success.
3. Yeah, but
so
a triumph is still a triumph. It can heal any critical wound she may have.
It's a in the rule book. It's a critical.
I don't know how healing works,
wound
so
heal.
I'm just gonna shut the fuck out.
1, 2, 3.
Core, if you don't have a critical wound, you may heal for 3, as mentioned.
Also, Jack. So that does 3 strain to me, right?
Hang on,
I
this
take
is
3
the.
strain and
You,
go.
no,
one agility up.
I took 2 strain from you earlier, and it should be when I healed
No, I mean
you
when
earlier.
you stim me.
Yeah, it's 2 strain, not 3.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jack, just to confirm, the triumph counts for 3 wounds and the advantages count for 2 strain.
You heal
correct?
for 7 wounds.
Yes.
Oh, heal for wounds, no strain.
You heal for 7 wounds and 2 strain.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
And let me do Adam's stim roll.
So enjoy your heals.
Oh, also, can I give?
Yeah.
A blue dice to the next, like to Amanda,
You may.
because she's the next technically in the turn order. I realised I had an advantage to spend.
Yeah, if you spend an advantage while inside the ship, you may pick any player to give your blue dice because
it's
there's
not
no next.
solid
technically.
orders. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say you're at least inside the gunner seat already.
Right, I'm heading then to the downstairs then.
Nice.
I mean, I was thinking of leaving that stuff to the others since Cora doesn't have any experience with stuff like that.
Oh, we have spare seats, we might as well try and fire them.
You can sit in the gun and maybe fire or concentrate while in it. You can
Honestly,
see
I think I
everything
can be
outside
more
the gun.
useful doing something else, so I'd rather do that.
What are you planning on
Do whatever you
doing?
want. Probably battle meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. And what does battle meditation accomplish?
If I succeed, I don't have enough force power to maintain it, but I'll be able to give everybody in my vicinity an automatic success. And since I have a presence of 5, I can affect a maximum of 5 people, which means the entire party.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Not supposed to roll purples.
Yeah, you rolled wrong.
Now, here's the thing. Is everybody fine if you lose a little will? Actually, we don't have to do this yet. I'm just gonna use my ability. The Force is my ally. And I'm gonna reroll that once per session, so let me try again. There we go. Everybody's affected by battle meditation until my next turn, so for everything you do, you get an automatic success.
Wow, that's
And
a lot.
Cora is in the hangar, she's in her usual sitting spot on top of the crates, and in her hand she's nestling a lightsaber that she took from Kay, who I'm assuming is down on the planet getting healed right now.
Essentially. Wow, that was a really good roll. Okay, so you all feel the force guiding you. Now, Astrid, what are you doing?
Daka, 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 daka.
Okay, so for you, Amanda, it's going to be a gunnery check with an automatic success because you got battle meditation, but it is going to be a 5 perp test because we are ducking and weaving like a motherfucker.
Bang, 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 bang.
Daka, daka, daka.
Right, so
Cover
damage
laser.
6, 10 damage, breach 3. As you see your bolts fire up towards Aegis Dawn, you see your bolts slam into the shields of the ship. The ripples echo throughout the area. You can probably feel that it's rocking the ship a little, even with your ship being a lot smaller. It does seem that some damage got through, but those shields are giving you trouble. Now, let's see. Oh, it's Republic's turn. You see the hail of laser bolts firing from the Republic. Kane's like, oh yes, look at that broadside. So, as the bolts fly towards the ship, you punch through the shields and slamming into
Oh,
the
goodbye.
Aegis Dawn's hull. But the shields are still holding. You see the wizard boffin. By the way, if you don't know what a boffin is, it's basically like a
Many of
dog-like.
them died.
Yeah, it's basically like a dog-like creature, but you know, fur and shaggy fur. They've been basically sent to communicate. But you see him looking at it, he's like, it seems like your reports on this incident are true. I suspect you brought out the signal. Talking to you guys, by the way.
Yeah, currently Jack is, not Jack, Jack the person, so Kains is the one on comms.
Yes.
Oh, I've moved down to the gun thingy.
You can still access comms, don't worry.
Yeah, you can still access comms. Mostly because Jack Dibler is focusing right now on talking weaving.
Quickly, it's a fight in space. We need the sushi man to yell out, it's a trap.
It's a trap! It's not.
So, as the hail fires, we open fire on the Aegis Dawn. Let's see. Wow, these fighters had shit bombs, didn't they? You see the small fighters and bombers start flying towards and battling in the middle of the battlefield with the Republic fighters, which there are much fewer of. You can see the ships are coming after you, only a few are attacking you. Their shots, meaningless towards your shields, are bouncing off. However, it looks like while about 1 or 2 are holding off on you, it seems like the rest of them are almost decimating Republic fighters and opening up ways for their bombers. Which, let me see. Yeah. These guys are much less, they just mainly drop bombs on things, so they're not as good. So they don't penetrate the Republic's shields, thankfully. But now it's time for the big guns.
There's a despair there.
Okay,
And a
so
failure.
this is going to be interesting. This is one of the more interesting rolls, but he's firing all at once on somebody else as well. Fuck me.
Thank God I am so good at dodging, guys.
Oh yeah. And for its final irradiation, one moment. Right, we're gonna do the battle first because this is gonna be fucking interesting. Right. So you see the flak guns, essentially the small lasers meant to take out fighters, suddenly turn on your ship. The sheer amount of lasers, almost like a wave towards you, as you weave from below the ship and fly above it in a turning angle. You see the wave of flak decimate one of the fighters behind you, accidentally catching up in the crossfire. Let's see.
Oh, God, I'm dumb, guys. I got the damage wrong. It's 10, not 6. 6 is the normal guns.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, and
Apologies.
it's gonna save
It's okay.
those advantages and triumphs for its next turn when it's gonna get big boosts. But it's got one more action to commence. You see Rivik turn on to the comms. It's an open channel. He doesn't care. He's like, you had to cowardly call for backup, I see.
We're going to blow you Sith scum out of the sky!
And yet you misunderstand. Allow me to test a brand new object of war on you. It will be a lovely field test. Release them. Suddenly you see from the nose there are 2 hangar bays. These smaller than even fighters, just suddenly, like almost spearheads, shoot out from the tip and all start like a small swarm of about, let's see, 20 of them are just all swarming towards Republic ships. They look almost like speeder bikes.
Alright, well, I'm gonna put on the main comms and say, Kains, Cora, focus on taking out the fighters. I'm gonna put us underneath their blind spot. Astrid, try and blow a hole in their engines. If we can stop them moving, it should be easier to pick them apart.
Yes, Captain.
And then I'm gonna, once again, evasive maneuvers. Use the last one to, I don't know, recover a strain.
Okay, Cora?
I am going to roll for battle meditation again. I'm gonna do something else in just a sec. Since I'm connected to everybody with battle meditation, when I sense that the Aegis Dawn is about to make its big move that it's preparing, basically Jack is gonna hear whispers in the back of his mind guiding him. He's gonna get a bad feeling, sort of like a gut feeling, and he is probably gonna dodge a little bit quicker than he normally would.
Firing at the fighters as instructed by the captain.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the one off of your tail and fire on the rest ordeal?
Yeah.
Alright then. So as one's coming up behind you, preparing another volley, you just spin the gun around, shredding it out of the sky.
Nice. I think
The
Adam
interceptor.
said these are 6 damage.
It's
That's
a, it's a
for
range.
feature fighting, by the way.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
range
that looks
thing.
cool.
And a size thing.
Yeah, these fighters fold up. It's kind of cool.
Oh, I love the interceptor patterns. They look so cool.
They're fucking awesome.
Daka. Fucking
Kains.
shoot him in the face.
You do get partly through their shields and hit some of their engines. Sadly, it does not seem to be enough to damage them severely. So as the fire, they open fire, you see that basically almost every single one bounces off the shield except for one, which you can see the shield getting weaker now, like severely weaker, but it's not off yet. Right, so as you look on, you see that the Sith fighters have almost completely cleared out the Republic fighters at this point.
But they failed.
No, the top one that I just rolled.
Oh.
No. The second one was bombers. They're still foundling about. Sadly, it seems that the bombers of this one may not be space-based.
Hey Ash, since they rolled 3 threats, can I use this effect? The active character falls prone. Can their ships fall prone?
Unfortunately for you, space is 360 degrees. They just change angle.
You see the swarm of 20 arrow-like things basically fly away from the ship and towards the Republic ships. Bolts are firing towards them, bouncing off the armor. Some capital guns catch some, which burns them up instantly. However, as they do fly past you, you do recognize the design. You notice that they look
Hello,
remarkably like speeders.
Jack, what did your family do?
You know in character exactly why these are here and what happened. You were there.
Yeah, I know, but still.
And as they fly, all you see is as they reach Republic ships. 1 second at me. Yep. As they reach Republic ships, all you see is them crash into the side of the ships. Just boom, boom. You see small little explosions. Of course, they're confused about this. Like, the missiles must have been a dud. It's like, do not worry. We are able to handle any sort of weaponry they're able to throw out. Sir, there's Dark Jedi on board. What? Quickly, security teams! And the comms go blank for a moment, as he's clearly much more interested in taking care of what just boarded his ship.
Shit.
All you see is Rivik. He's still on comms, by the way.
Just to confirm, one of the Jedi has boarded the Republic ship, correct?
No. Each one of those little flyers are basically armored speeder bikes built for space combat. And what they did was basically torpedo into the side of the ships, get out of the speeders, and now they're almost, I would say, 16 Dark Jedi running about.
I want to say, as a Warhammer 40k fan, this pleases the Space Marine in me.
Exactly.
I would do the same thing if I was playing Bruce Mandalorian.
But they're on the Republic ship, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah, just cool.
Yeah. They're basically spreading the Republic ship, causing chaos.
You know what would have helped right now if Tizzer was here?
What is the security state of your ship?
Security status.
Yep.
It is a contested check.
1, 2. And
Because we get
2.
1 extra success from Cora and 1
Yeah.
extra from the counter suite, so it's 3 to 4.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
still can.
So he can he can give us 1 strain, ship strain.
Yes. What is this?
I will track that on our ship sheet. So currently we are bobbing and weaving through an absolute monsoon of laser blasts.
Yes, you are. However, they will up your basically next to piloting and tech action by 1 difficulty, so change it to red. By the way, just so we're clear, Rivik is still on comms, smirking away. However, when you hear in the background him says, Lord Rivik, it is almost ready. Ah, perfect. And the comms turn off. And Cora, you get a very bad feeling. It's, you know how somebody hits a really loud drum or noise and you can feel it in your stomach with each beat?
Just
Shall
to give
we?
you the full rundown of what the ability does. So he makes a check at diff 3 perps, piloting check, and he has a black dice to it because I gave him 1 on his threat. I make a piloting check at 1 perp, and I get a guaranteed success from the battle meditation.
Nice.
I just want to check something. There is a way of spending. With my triumph, have us slip into the spot where the shields overlap, meaning we can shoot through the shields.
I would say due to the Republic ships firing on them, you are physically able to fly into the shields and open fire on a critical point on the ship.
Yeah, like it basically, because capital ships are so big, they have multiple generators that cycle in different things. I just wanted to be able to punch through with the drive.
So basically, Ash, what you just said is the Republic is focusing fire on that spot, and in between their fucking shells, we dart in like fucking
Yes,
maniacs.
fly in between the lasers, just boom.
Astrid, my command, fire right into their engines.
Are you trying to take down the shields or the engines?
Yeah, well, actually we're on the bottom side, so we can see that. Yeah, shields.
Target.
That's 13, and you've got a advantage you can use somewhere, and they don't get their shields for this one, right?
Yep.
I'd like to try and finish off this fighters, please.
So you're firing, since there's no more shields, you're basically firing over to the cluster of fighters.
Yeah.
Okay, Karen.
I'd like to spend the advantages to give. Is anyone else left in the round?
Me, but I don't need blue dices.
You don't need blue.
Yeah.
Okay, enough.
Well, if you give them to me anyway, I guess I can use them to recover some strain.
You
I'll
can.
I'll give them.
Okay, yeah. Right, so, yeah, so Cora?
Okay, since he's giving me a blue dice, I'm gonna recover one more strain and I'm gonna use my battle meditation again. Perfect. It triggers for the next round as well. Everybody continues to get the bonus.
How are their shields looking, by the way, after the...
Oh, they're gone. They've turned
Nice.
off. You damaged them quite well.
May I now comms to the Republic ships to their shields are down and coordinate fire
Yes.
on their aft?
You may. Perfect. Open fire. Sir, the Dark Jedi is still... This is our only chance. Open fire.
So many advantage! Ah!
So, boom, 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 boom.
They basically got told that the shields are down. We have the advantage, and literally all they do is throw advantages.
We have the advantage.
What
Stop
that
rolling
is
advantages.
this is
We
why
have an
Republic
advantage.
pilots
Advantage.
Yeah, they aren't too good on the book learning, but fuck are they good in practice. So they heard someone shout advantage. Yes, sir! Rolls 5 of them.
Yes, sir. That's not what I meant.
Be more clear next time!
I'm
All you
sorry,
see-
that was my fault. And then they all get stabbed by the Dark Jedi.
All you see is rounds hitting the aft of the ship, but not as much as you thought. As sadly, it seems like some of the guns are not firing. However, they are able to, well, start quelling some of the Dark Jedi on board. And
I mean, if you're on a Republic ship, isn't the best way to deal with the Jedi is basically cut off that section of the ship, okay, now jettison it and all the fucking Sith on it. Perfect.
okay, all you see of the fighters is that they start swarming back towards the Aegis Dawn. They all start flying back into the hangar, and that's that. Oh, except for one. Let's see. Roll me opposed piloting.
Okay, do I need to take speed into account, or is this a base pilot?
This is basically base piloting.
Okay, so 2 perps.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
And you're still evasive?
Yep, the evasive lasts until the start of my next turn. So generally what you do is you go evasive one turn, do another maneuver the next turn, and sort of hop back and forth, unless there's situational switches. At least that's what you do if you're a very small ship, which we are.
No. You see one of the speeder pilots attempt to ram you, however you turn just in time to see it basically fly down towards a place.
I love to see the image of, like, he tries to ram the top of our ship and just do a 180 and swat him as I go past, like on the back.
That's all you
I'll
see.
try spinning. That's a good trick. Bam, 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 bam.
You actually do see, as the fighters were retreating, a few of them are actually going down towards the planet, not because they have to, it's because they're on fire. And they can't make it to the Aegis Dawn. However, as you're here, Kora, would you please roll some sort of sense power? Actually,
I can actually. I have the sense power.
I want you to roll light side, dark side dice as if you had the sense power.
Okay.
I do have the sense power.
Good, then roll it.
I sense dark things coming. Yeah, I tried to
shadow.
maneuver us so he couldn't tractor beam us. I don't know what his special weapon does, but at least he can't tractor beam us. Which is exactly what I would do in his position, which is why I have to avoid it.
Well, whatever he does, 2 black dices. Get wrecked.
Yeah, I wouldn't speak so quickly. Ash, you were saying?
Yep, 1 second.
I like ship combat, it's refreshing.
As you are basically fighting it out, all you hear from the ship, it's only those who are force sensitive, the others just feel it. What it sounds like is a bell of some kind. And as you do, you feel sick to your stomach. You almost feel like your entire body is being gripped. Feel it like a wave of stinging pain your body, as if something's suffocating your very force, your life force. From this point, all purples are transformed into reds.
Oh boy.
It's time to motherfucking go.
Okay. Right, well, clutching my head with one hand and still not letting go of the wheels, I'm gonna comm to the rest of them. Does anyone else feel that?
Focus.
In my skull.
There's something not right here. I don't feel very well.
Feel what?
No, you feel it as well.
No. You see, the thing is, I feel general tension because this battle is harsh. Force mumbo jumbo. No.
Jack, the weapon that they just used, can you find it and destroy it?
Ash,
Yeah.
is there any indication of, like, the weapon I used, or is it more like, I feel this coming from the command bridge?
You feel it at the heart of the ship.
Okay. Alright, there's two options. I can try and cripple their maneuverability, or I can try and take out their comms. And since there's only one battleship, I'm going to go for maneuverability then. So I'm going to attempt to do an evasive maneuver that will put us behind their engines and away from the vast majority of their turrets. Not all of them, but as many as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 2 reds.
Yep, it's all reds. You get another purple on top of it, but you 3 reds, in other words.
Okay.
Ooh.
Battle meditation, still in effect.
So that
Basically-
counts as 2 successes, 2 advantages, but something bad happens as well.
Yes.
That's actually just what I need to make them do the annoying amount of degrees to hit me. But let's see what the negative is. Also, I'm going to give a blue to Cora and Astrid.
Yes.
Actually, no, I'll give it to Kains and Astrid because they're the only 2 not affected. So let's say that's what that is.
As you're attempting to fly around the back of the ship, or you feel like your arm wrenches itself as if you can hardly control it. You feel it wrench and your side of your ship scrapes against the capital ship. And as your erratic driving is effective at getting behind, it also means that others will gain black dice for attempting to shoot.
Okay, that's fair enough. Also, Ash, this hurts me internally.
I know, that's why
Why must
did
you
it.
scrape shit all the time? My heart.
Okay, let's see. Cora, would you like to roll your force power?
I thought I'd go last.
You can go whenever you
fair
want.
enough. Yeah, you can go whenever you want. I'm just saying, like, in order. Astrid?
Yeah, Astrid gets
Daka.
You get a blue, and it's gonna be.
Just get black
so
dice.
for her diff, are her diffs purple because she's not force sensitive, or are hers also red?
Yep, they're also red.
Okay, so it's gonna be actually only 1. 1 red, 1 black, 1 blue, and then whatever your gunnery is.
And plus an instant success.
Yeah. Because we're now at point blank.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh god, why can't you
Now,
roll more advantage?
Another
You
question
crit.
we never mentioned. The weapon that she's using, how much advantage does it need to crit?
3.
Fuck. So that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage with reach 3.
Boom, 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 boom.
Esper, god damn it,
I will kill
do
you
something
in
about that
time.
keyboard.
Yeah, all
Fuck
you see
me. That is a
the-
ridiculously heavy hit.
It is. All you see is one of the engines spark and go out. You hear Vivek come on the con and say, "You're annoying, fly, aren't you?"
And you're an overconfident coward.
You're causing my husband distress. Now it's personal.
Dude, are you seeing this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you, bitch!
Yes, on the buildings, collateral damage.
Fuck collateral damage, I'm an giant ass robot!